me driving in Lagos. There's a certain level of freedom that I have, just knowing that I can get in my car and go. I usually have drivers. I usually catch Uber and go to everywhere. So this is exciting. I was a little bit scared the first time, but when I drove the first time, I was on the mainland, and that's like chaotic. So now that I'm in the island part of Lagos, the driving is not bad. When there's traffic, it's bad. But anyways, I am excited to finally be able to drive by myself in Lagos. When I go a long distance, I'll probably still hire a driver just because I'm always busy. But anyways, with that being said, I wanted to give you guys some tips on what to expect if you ever drive in Lagos. Number one, in US, for example, because I'm much more familiar with US, they teach a lot of defensive driving. But in Lagos, you actually have to do defensive and aggressive driving. There's just no way around it. So when I mean, you also have to be extremely vigilant. What I mean by that is, people typically don't yield for you to go in. You have to cut them off. And also, most people will cut you off. And also, you cannot have any fear. And what I mean by that is, if you can't be afraid that somebody's going to ding your car, because people ding cars all the time. So I think you have to be extremely vigilant, and you have to be very aware, and people are going to cut you off all the time. Also, it's important to know that people don't necessarily follow the rules and regulations. So even if there's a green light, it doesn't mean that an Okada or a car would not run that light. So every single thing that you do, you have to be very, very vigilant. Also, when you're stuck in traffic, the aggressive side is that since people won't naturally let you in, you have to force yourself in if you want to do anything when you drive. But other than that, that is Lagos. There's a lot of crazy drivers, but I think if you expect it and you are aware of it, you actually naturally adapt. I mean, like I naturally adapted. Like my first time driving, I was a maniac. But now, I've actually learned to just be patient. If people want to go, they go. If people cut you off, it's all good, no problem. But I think you just have to know when to turn on the craziness and when to also be patient. But for the most part, I think it's fine. It's just that I try to avoid traffic as much as possible when I'm driving, so I kind of know when to hit the streets, when not to hit the streets. And you always have to be looking your back, forward, left, right. I think once you're doing that, you're fine. And at least, like you guys see this guy right here. Another thing is people don't actually necessarily stay in their lane. So there can be people in between cars. There can be people cutting across. Sometimes there's people driving one way. But anyways, those are my tips of driving in Lagos. But you know, just like anything, fear is always the first thing. But once you do it, you just know that it's not that bad. You either exercise a lot of patience and just let people do their thing, and then occasionally you have to be aggressive with people so they don't so you don't get stuck when you're trying to get to a place. You also have to put your car in front of them. But honestly, driving is crazy, I'm not gonna lie. But you can adapt, you know, just like anywhere else that you travel. I've traveled to almost 10, 12 countries. Every country has their craziness. California especially, the drivers are crazy, so it's not just Nigeria. So it's just exciting and fun to be driving in Lagos. I know there's a lot of things that stress people out when they come to Nigeria, especially Lagos. I know I talk about the airports and all the hassles. The other thing that scares people is driving in Lagos. But I think once you're aware of your surroundings, I think you'll be fine. So yeah, anyways, I just wanted to share another milestone with you guys that I've hit in my journey to kind of relearning and rediscovering Lagos as a diaspora, as a second generation Nigerian American. So this has been fun to just kind of like adapt and ingrain myself into the Lagos culture. Anyways guys, thanks for watching, and thanks for celebrating this milestone with me. And lastly, remember, it's your time to rise and let your light shine. Sorry I can't watch you guys because I have to pay attention to the road. But anyways, remember, it's your time to rise and let your light shine, and I'll chat with you guys later. Peace.